Hello YouTube, it's your man Olafome, aka MasterZedX, aka you know the rest. Today I'm bringing you an update again, another update video. But this time bringing an update video on why I haven't streamed in the last couple of days and for Throne and Liberty. As you know, Throne and Liberty open beta is starting on July 18th. I know my last video I was saying 19th, but it's on the 18th. It's opening in a few days and I'm super excited. I have the game downloaded already on my Steam. Right there, as you can see, bangity bang. I already got it downloaded, ready to go. I'm in Discords, super excited. But yeah, I haven't streamed in the last couple of days, so before I get into Throne news, let me tell you why I haven't streamed. I know I'm supposed to be on my daily grind. I'm sorry, okay? You guys know I do a lot of things, run a lot of businesses, but this will forever be my love and something I am very dedicated to. So when I don't post a video after a while, or I haven't streamed when I said I'll stream, I feel really bad. I always have. That's why if I'm not streaming, I'm not posting videos, I just don't do it. I don't even try to be consistent with it. I just don't do it. So with that said, I had an accident. If you watch the stream that I had, my most recent stream, I told you about it, like an egg exploded on my lip. I'll post the image of what it looked like here. And my lip was fucked up. It actually looks worse than the image I posted. I just took pictures after. It was really swollen. You can see it on the stream. But I really couldn't talk. I couldn't feel my lip. Doing a lot of the type of work that I do was incapable. I was incapable of doing it. So yeah, an egg, man. Do not microwave boiled eggs, okay? And then try to eat it. It will fucking explode in your face and you will look like this. All I have now is this little scab thing covering up this part, so it's pretty cool. I have a bunch of little cuts around too, but they've all gone down. It took about 5 days for it to go down, it looks like. Yeah, about 5 days. But anyway, on to Throne Liberty news. So Throne Liberty open beta July 18th. That is on Thursday, July 18th to July 23rd. I will be streaming every single day, non-stop. First day probably at 24 hours, possibly. I'm gonna be streaming non-stop. I might even stream so much that I might even sleep, do one of those sleeping streams. You feel me? Like I will sleep right here. I don't care. And wake up and hop back on the game. This is a hardcore MMO, and this is what I breathe. But yeah, I want to get into this news about their business model, what to expect. It's a big conversation right now. So let's start. I'll start by reading it to you guys, and I'll chop in every chance I get, every chance I see something to talk about. All right, so let's get into this. Right, you guys, feel free to leave your comments in chat. Let's talk about this, and let's be civil, okay? Because I know how people feel about certain things when it comes to how money is spent when it comes to games. So anyway, business model, what to expect. Amazon Games and NCSoft are excited to bring you Throne and Liberty. In the coming months, on the road to launch, our teams will strive to keep you. What the fuck? Terrible English. Our teams will strive to be keep. Is that a real word? Be keep? See, I'm stuck on this. I have to search and see if this is a real word. Be keep. Because I could be crazy. To be keep. That doesn't make sense. That's not a word. Will strive to keep you informed and up to date. It is important to us that we are open, communicative, and transparent about what is to come. You may have some questions about how the in-game store and economy will work in the region supported by Amazon Games. While some of the specifics may change as development discussions continue, we want to provide an early overview of the key aspects of the game's business model. Economy, leveling, and battle passes and aesthetics. Firstly, let's quickly discuss our approach. Our values. As our team worked with NCSoft to develop the business model for Throne of Liberty's release, we identified 3 tenets that embody our values, guide our decision making, and serve as business model's foundation. Player self-expression is paramount. It is. If I don't look cool, I'm not playing the game. If I can't look cool, I'm not playing the game. Combat and power upgrades must be accessible to all players. Correct. If the combat sucks, doesn't matter how cool I look, I'm not gonna keep playing the game. And if there's limits to how strong I can be based on what level or experience or money I spent on the game, yeah, that'll decide how long I'll keep playing the game as well. So this is important to know that this is an important value. And the last one they have is purchasing items from our in-game shop must feel rewarding but never necessary. Yeah, I like that. Correct. That's how it should feel. This might be the game, guys. I really hope so. Anyway, key systems. Learn about in-game terms and systems that form the core of the game's economy and business model. Below the overviews and the introductions of these systems, a more detailed section with specific changes can be found that dives further into the auction house and the in-game passes available for purchases. And some of the Amazon Games updates, differences that players may notice between Amazon Game Service regions and other versions of Throne of Liberty. Why is that long ass sentence in a parentheses, bro? Let me read that again. A more detailed section with specific changes can be found that dives further into the auction house and the in-game passes available for purchase. Okay. And some of the Amazon Games updates, parentheses, differences that players may notice between Amazon Games. Okay, right, sure. That would take place of those systems. Okay, I get it. That's just such a weird sentence, man. Whoever wrote this did not take their time. Anyway, this is a cool picture. I like this. Save image as. I don't know if it's gonna pop up on the screen. I'll save it later. Okay. Currency overview. There are 3 primary currencies in Throne of Liberty: Lucent, Solent, and Ornamental coins. Lucent. Players can acquire Lucent by purchasing it with real money. Real world money, earning it through specific PvP encounters such as castle sieges and tax delivery events, or by selling eligible items on the auction house. Additional opportunities for acquiring Lucent may be added in the future. Twitch drops. That means Twitch drops. Twitch, what's the thing called? Prime loot. Players can acquire Solent. You guys hear that? Sorry about that. This is all like improv video right here. God. Okay, you didn't hear that. Soliant. Players can acquire Soliant in-game through a variety of activities. It is primarily used for in-game goods from NPC vendors and is needed to execute tasks like crafting gear, upgrading gear, and engaging with other key systems. I don't know why I keep yawning, man. I'm so tired all the time. Sorry. Ornamental coins. Ornamental coins. Players can acquire ornamental coins through special in-game activities such as collecting lore books and promotional events such as Twitch drops. Oh, there we go. Ornamental coins may also be earned through in-game events and through the Battle Pass free track. There will be a shop for players to spend their ornamental coins that offers a mix of cosmetics and progressional items. Resident Sleeper, bro. Okay, auction house introduction. The auction house is a hub for player-driven economy within Throne of Liberty, where players can trade items and gear with each other. The economy in Throne of Liberty is a little different from other MMOs. Trades on the auction house use Lucent, so that's the real world money, the stuff you can cash out. Ooh, uh-oh. Is this where the cash up horn comes? The auction house allows players to earn Lucent without spending any real world money. So, okay, so you go in a dungeon, you find something, you put it in an auction house. Somebody who has no time but makes 10 bands a month decides he wants to spend $1,000 on this very rare sword, and he buys it from you, and now you have $1,000 worth of Lucent. Okay. Lucent earned through the auction house can be spent on any purchase in-game that requires Lucent. Paid and earned Lucent can be spent in the same way. We would like to note that the auction house is a work in progress. You may see iterations of the in-game economy. You may see iterations on the in-game economy as we work with NC Soft to refine the systems. Find a further deep dive into the specifics of the auction house below. Did you guys hear that? I am so sorry that all these sounds keep playing through my mic right now. There's a lot going on. Anyway, find a further deep dive into the specifics of the auction house below the overview section that covers the nuances and other details of the system. Alright. So basically, the auction house is like every modern day auction house. They just don't like players that know life games, and I mean it's because also bots as well. But like, I don't want to say players that know life games. That's not fair to us, bro. I don't think game companies hate us. I mean, some companies definitely hate me, but that's not my problem. They shouldn't make a game that's so easy for me to just dominate in, you know? That's not my problem. Make a game more suitable for the comprehensible mind. Anyway. Weird flex. I'm done, dude. Anyway, let me finish what I'm saying. Modern games don't like players being able to get it without their in-game currency with their time. They don't like players being able to just spend time and get something. They want it to be either RNG or you spend real money, or you know, something that isn't your time. They don't want your time. Like, the game does not want your time. Like, they do not want you killing 100,000 mobs to save up enough money to buy a sword, bro. They want you to RNG drop it because you can't trade in game, or they want you to spend in real life money so you can buy things. You can buy things through auction houses. I'm not saying that's how Throne is. It might be, but that's how most modern auction houses are. They don't let you fully express the time being invested, and that's a problem to me in some ways of future of MMOs. I really hope that we can go back to the days where I can spend my whole weekend grinding so I can buy a piece of armor that is, you know, it's hard to get it, but I mean, yo, I'm spending time farming for a reason. For a reason, you know, and other people might not have the time to get to farm like that, so they might never get that, you know. But I don't know, man, it's weird. Anyway, next, passes introduction. To accommodate different playstyles, we've developed two types of passes that players can opt to purchase. Both types of passes will have a free and premium track, okay, which can be obtained in exchange for Lucent. So this is like FlyFF. well, the new Flat FF, they basically have a leveling pass and a battle pass. The leveling pass is a one-time purchase per character that delivers an earnable stream of materials and items to enhance leveling in Throne of Liberty. So pretty much a streamline for your leveling, you know. So like basically everyone gets this. Everyone gets this, you know. There's no reason for you to not get this, you know. There's no pay to win. So it's like once you achieve a certain level of experience and knowledge of the game, they reward you with materials and items to enhance your leveling, like they say. There's much to explore in Solicium, and some players may want to experience it faster. The leveling pass does not provide any exclusive power related items. That's fine. Battle pass. But hold on, before I continue, my thing about passes, bro, is like a pass is supposed to give you access, right? Like, does this mean without this pass I wouldn't have access to some stuff that they're sharing with us? Because that's something that have always bothered me in games, like starting with, I don't want to really say Fortnite, but Fortnite was the one that really took battle passes to the next level. When I first experienced Fortnite's battle pass, I thought it was interesting, but I was like, does this mean that no one else is ever gonna get this skin again because I cleared this battle pass? Or does it mean that everybody who clears this, everybody's gonna get the chance to clear this? Like, this is going to always be here. Like, it needs to be cleared in order to get it. You know what I mean? So if these leveling passes are, someone's calling me. Oh God. One moment, I gotta pause. Jumping back into what I was saying. If these leveling passes are a one-time purchase per character, I feel like they shouldn't be called a leveling pass. They should just be called achievements. You know what I mean? Like, why not just make it like an achievement, like something that just happens after you've reached, or something that you receive after you've achieved a certain requirement, man. Like, calling it a leveling pass is just like, what is the point of that? Like, a battle pass, sure, but leveling pass, like, stop trying to give me a false sense of achievement with these things, bro. It's false sense of completion. It's just weird, bro. I don't get these leveling passes anyway, because like everyone gets this. It's not like whatever, bro. It's like, it's standard. That's just it's part of the game. Like, no one's gonna play the game and not use the leveling pass. This is not special. This is just the function of the game. It's how you function your character. Like, I don't get stuff like that. Anyway, battle pass. The battle pass is a recurring seasonal, roughly every month, purchase sold on a per character basis that delivers a combination of new aesthetic rewards, crafted materials, items, and various in-game currency in exchange for completing specific daily, weekly, and seasonal challenges. Although battle passes might change from season to season, we are committed to ensuring that each battle pass provides generous value and rewards. I'm going to speak a little bit on battle passes. Of course, battle passes are what I would expect a leveling pass to be, meaning a pass that gives you access to things for a specific period of time. Like, not something that is just there and it's something that is, you know, everyone is going to get to have this battle pass, and you know, you can always come back and buy this battle pass 10 months later and complete it. This leveling pass is always going to be here. That's part of the game. This leveling pass, it doesn't matter 10 months from now, this leveling pass is part of the game. It's a function. This battle pass, on the other hand, is not a function. Whatever is in a battle pass is a seasonal, momentary reward that provides generous value. Anyway, in-game store and cosmetics overview. The in-game store will allow players to purchase Lucent for real-world money. Let me read that again. The in-game store will allow players to purchase Lucent for real-world money. Lucent. Players can acquire Lucent by purchasing it with real-world money, earning it through specific PvP encounters, or by selling eligible items on the auction house. Well, that's interesting now that I look at it. So Lucent, which can be attained or gained through PvP, can be used to buy in-game store stuff that real-world money requires. That's awesome. So you can be a boss at PvP and get some stuff in-game from the in-game store, from the cash out. We love to see it. Let's continue. The in-game store will also sell various forms of cosmetics, including outfits, morphs, amitoid, emotes, and more. Items purchased from the in-game store cannot be traded in the auction house. Beautiful visuals are paramount to Throne of Liberty, and character outfits are no exception. This is a huge... This is what matters to me, bro. If I don't look cool, I'm not playing the game. I keep saying that. If I can't customize my character to look as cool as I want, I'm not playing the game. I'm not one of these people who play video games just to see numbers on my screen, or to, you know, jump, press spacebar. Bro, I need to look cool if I'm gonna fucking play the game. My character needs to look cool. Like, my character's a story. You know, it's a story of a character, bro. It's a character. It has to be a cool one. I'm not gonna pick the lame character. The lame character always gets killed. We're committed to delivering a variety of outfits. We're committed to delivering a variety of outfit visuals to allow players to express their own player fantasy and style. We'll start with a handful of options, and throughout the game's lifespan, increase the offerings, including completely new styles. Please note, purchasable outfits are purely cosmetic and will not provide any player power enhancement of any kind. Lost Ark can't say the same. Lost Ark, there's percentage on that shit. You can still get some bonus on that. So good thing to see this. No play to win, or no pay to win at all. There's play to win, no pay to win. A portion of character outfits will feature options to further customize your appearance. Styles, dyes, or patterns are some of the additional options available, ensuring you have the ability to showcase your unique style in Solicium. Love it. Amazon Games Update. The in-game store will not have Solent, food, or potion consumables. Consumables are cosmetics such as dyes and sewing thread. This is good. So that means there's no buying super powerful potions and running into a dungeon and fucking everyone up with your money that you got from work or your dad. Like, you gotta be good. Don't come here with your crap. All right, early access overview. All right, so this is the big talk. So let's read it before we get to talking. Early access into Solicium will be available to players who purchase an early access pack. To learn more about the packs and their content, visit our early access pack showcase on July 18th, so on Thursday. Today is the 16th while you're watching this video. Early access packs can be purchased until the game launch date, at which point they will be no longer available for purchase. Purchasing any versions of the packs will give players up to 5 days early access to Throne of Liberty. We will have both early access and launch servers. Players who do not purchase early packs will still be able to select fresh servers at launch, when all players are beginning their adventures together. Huh? Let's read that again. We will have both early access and launch servers. Players who do not purchase early access will still be able to select fresh servers. Why didn't they just say early servers or launch servers? What the fuck is a fresh server? Now you've created a new vocabulary for us to figure out. Okay, fresh server. Let's just assume will still be able to select fresh servers. So we'll just assume both early access and launch servers are the fresh servers. If we don't purchase early access, we still have access to both early and launch servers. I don't know why they called it fresh servers. It makes no sense. At launch, when all players are beginning their adventures, this is not true. If people have 5 days ahead of others, they're not going to be beginning their adventures together. They have a whole 5 days ahead. Let's not do that. Players who start at launch will still have the option to create characters on early access servers if that is their preference. Okay, so now this is where the issue is. This is where the big conversation is at. This game has separated players that will spend money to play 5 days ahead and players who simply just play the game on release date or whenever they decide to. They've separated those player bases. So like, unless they make specific servers, like I still don't get how that's gonna work. I mean, this might be to maybe contain traffic, to manage like, you know, servers crashing and all that, but like long term, this is not a good idea. I would not suggest anybody get an early access server or an early access pack, because if that's the only benefit to being early access is being separated and segregated from anyone else who isn't early access, then anyone who isn't early access who has any type of knowledge is not going to play on an early access server where they have zero advantage. No guild in a guild-based game is going to do that. The only people might be the cash out players, and if you want to put them in their own world, then that is fine. This is to separate the cash out players and put them in their own world, which is fine. I repeat, will not be playing on an early access server. It does not sound conducive to growth. Okay? I'm sure people who play the early access server are probably going to play the game longer because they paid in order to play a game that's free already. But their population will never really be, I mean, it's not like you gotta pay. It still says here, like, players who start at launch will still have the option to create characters on early access servers if that is their preference. But it says who start at launch. What if you don't start at launch? What if you come later? Will you be banned out from being able to play on that server? If that's the case, then yeah, I'm not playing on the early access server. That just seems like a VIP room for tryhards, and not the good types of tryhards, like the tryhards that aren't good. like you might be good, but you're good amongst a bunch of losers. I'm skipping that one. And next to the next one. For a set period of time, players from early access will not be able to transfer to launch servers. Wait, what? So players will be eventually able to transfer to launch servers, is what this is saying. For a set period of time, players from early access servers will not be able to transfer into launch servers, and the auction house clusters will not mix early access servers and commercial launch servers. This is designed with fairness to prevent players from commercial launch servers from accessing items sooner than intended from the early access servers, or being overwhelmed by players with a head start. Transferring from a launch server to an early access server will be allowed, subject to availability. Server transfers will be available at launch, and we will further explain the system in future articles as we head toward launch. Okay, now that I've read it, it makes sense. It makes sense. I get what they're doing with this. This is a way for them to make money from their most elite players, and it's a way to protect the inexperienced player as well. I do see the reasoning behind it to some extent, because there are players who are very eager and very knowledgeable, ready to play, and they're more willing to get into these early access worlds because they'll have advantage. And sure, if you want to have your advantage, you can have your advantage, but you cannot have your advantage when it's a private thing. So we'll keep you in your private world for maybe 60 days, and then you can transfer. Oh no, 60 days wasn't enough for people to understand the game. We'll keep you in your private world for 90 days. No, we'll keep you in your private world for 120 days. That's the issue, because here they say it. Transferring from a launch server to an early access server will be allowed, but for a set period of time, like I said, 90 days, 60 days, 120 days, it could be whatever. Players from early access servers will not be able to transfer to launch servers, because this is the real plot, is to get early access server players to transfer to launch servers eventually. They're going to be the minority. The early access servers are going to be the minority, but they're going to be the strongest because they've had 5 days ahead. 5 days. We're about to play the open beta. We're all about to see what we can do in 5 days. So with 5 days ahead, you have to think about that. What is the value of 5 days? What is the time value in game of 5 days? That'll decide how long the set period is before they allow early access servers into launch servers, because they're just going to be so much more ahead. They're not going to allow you guys to trade even through the auction house. So that might be it. It might be gearing, man, and it might take forever, excuse me, based on guilds and all of that. So if a large guild has 5 days ahead, that's a week of work ahead of you, bro. Like, you're cooked. So I don't know. So this basically is the deep dive to everything we just talked about. The battle pass monthly, we just deep dove it ourselves. Added additional cosmetics to battle pass track. These are the Amazon versions. This is the Amazon updates to the battle pass compared to the Korean version. Added additional cosmetics. Updated the final reward cosmetics to a premium level outfit. The battle pass purchase price has now been reduced and is now purchasable with Lucent instead of real world money, allowing players a free to play path to acquiring the pass, which is awesome. Added additional battle pass shop points into the free track of the battle pass, so points can be earned prior to completing the entire battle pass. Pretty cool. We removed premium only quests and rewards, allowing all players the same amount of access to the battle pass EXP, which is nice. So there is a free part of the battle pass and a premium part for the battle pass. Cool. Blessing of Silesium. For those of you that may have played on the Korean servers or watched content creators, you might be familiar with Blessing of Silesium. This is an optional purchase which provides a variety of benefits to the player. Blessing of Silesium will not be available in a region supported by Amazon Games at launch, as we continue to evaluate how the offer needs to change to serve the needs of our players. So yeah, this is about sounds about right. Cannot purchase anything. So in this deep dive here, they talk about a deep dive on the auction house. I haven't played the game, so a lot of this stuff wouldn't make sense to me or you unless you've played the game, and I'm gonna continue to speak from the perspective of an inexperienced person currently. I'm not gonna try to pretend like I know anything. I don't. I know nothing. All I know is what I've watched and what I've learned from watching. So until I get my hands on it and I've done stuff, I'm not gonna pretend to read any of this and explain it to you either. But if you have played the game and you know this stuff, well, you know where to go read it at. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the video here. It's probably been like a 40-minute video. It was not meant to be this long, but this is a long news post. So as the game goes on, and I continue to play, expect more Throne of Liberty content from me, because I'm looking forward, man. I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully it doesn't shame me and make me sad. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Peace, squad.